Hello everyone, today we are going to do Foundation GCSE Math Paper 1. This is a predicted paper which will help you in practice. So first is change 0.9 kilogram into grams. So we know 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams, right? So to convert 0.9 kilogram into grams, we can just times it with 1000, right? And when we are multiplying a decimal number with 1000, what we need to do is we need to count how many zeros are there. There are three zeros in 1000. So basically we need to move this decimal three places towards right. Why right? Because we are multiplying. If we divide, we move the decimal towards left. So we move three places, one, two, three. As you can see, there are no digit after 9. So to fill it, we will put zeros. So the answer is going to be 900. You can remember these rules. Um, BSM. BSM means bigger to smaller multiplication. Like kilogram, here we are converting kilogram into grams. Kilogram is bigger and gram is smaller. So when we are converting a bigger unit into smaller, we multiply. That's why we multiplied here with 1000, not divided. And so BSM, and the other is SBD. S stands for smaller to bigger, divide. So for example, if we are converting gram to kilogram, so gram is smaller than kilogram, so we would divide. In the same type of question, if we have to convert 0.9 gram into kilogram, so we would divide 0.9 with 1000. So if we divide, we need to move the decimal towards right. There are three digits, so we move one, two, three places. So the decimal would go there, right? So the we can fill these blank with zeros. So that's how we do. Just remember BSM and SBD. um, and you need to remember this also, that in 1 kilogram there are 1000 grams. Next is work out 30 minus 9 times 2. So basically here what you need to do, if you remember bod mass, this is bracket others, division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. So multiplication is before subtraction, right? So first we multiply 9 times 2, 18. So we have 30 minus 18. So if we do 30 minus 18, just subtract it, so you will get 12. So the answer is 12. Okay, next one is 8 minus x is equals to 3. So basically what you need to do here is, uh, we need to solve means we need to find the variable is x here, right? So what we gotta do, we can just keep x this side and move everything other side. So the numbers, what numbers do we have this side? We have 8 and x, so we need to bring them together. So I just keep negative x this side, we have 3 there, so I can move 8 other side. Because this 8 is positive, so this will become negative this side, right? Now we have negative x. 8 minus 3 is 5, but this is like we are subtracting a bigger number from smaller, so this is going to be negative 5. They both are negative, so which will cancel out, so the answer is going to be positive 5, right? Or there is one more way to do these type of questions. Like if we have, we need to check what is associated here with x. We have 8, which is positive 8, right? So we need to do opposite of that. Positive 8, opposite of positive 8 is negative 8. So we just write the question and both side we just do negative 8. Okay. So this will cancel out. Negative 8 and positive 8 gives you 0. We have x, and this side 8 minus 3 negative 5. And that's how we get these two negative signs cancel out. X is equals to 5. Okay. Is that clear? Now we have next question. So there are 7 cards and there is a number written over it on each card. Choose two suitable cards to make the calculation correct. So we should get 2, right? What we can do is, if I take, because the answer is positive, so that means bigger number should be positive, right? So I can take bigger number. These are my positive numbers. Now if I take 6 and 2, 6 plus 2, it's going to give me 8. So I can't take that. The other number should be less than 6, right? Which is if I take negative 4. So when one number is negative, other is positive, and we are adding them, we basically need to subtract. Like you can remember this, if you have different sign, a different sign number, when you add them you need to subtract. Like here one is negative, other is positive, they have different signs, so subtract them. 6 minus 4, answer is 2. And the sign of the answer depends on the bigger number. Bigger number is 6, which is positive, so the answer is going to be positive. If you have to add same sign numbers, suppose negative 2 and negative 3, so they both have negative same sign, so you need to add 3 plus 2 5, bigger number 3, which is negative, so answer is negative. Okay, that's how we do it. Next we have a sequence of number which start with 15, and there is a sequence. So the last number and add 4, so the number is 4129 in the sequence. Calculate the number which comes immediately before 4129. Okay, so basically we are adding 4 4, um, like the last number and add 4 is given. Okay, so what I can do is, um, I can just, because the sequence is following the rule, triple the last number and add 4. So to find the number immediately before 4129, we need to do the reverse operation. In these type of questions always do reverse operation. Okay, 1 minute, there's something wrong. Yeah, so basically we need to do reverse operation. Reverse means opposite of whatever is given. It says add 4, opposite of add 4 is minus. So take this number which is 4129, subtract 4. If you minus 4, 9 minus 4 5, and other digits are going to be same, so 4125 we got, right? Now it says triple. Triple is 3 times, right? So we need to do opposite. Opposite of 3 times is, we need to do divide. Opposite of multiplication is division, right? So what we have is 4125, we need to just divide it by 3. Okay, so if we divide it by 3, let's do it. So 3 times, first we take first digit, 3 times 1 is 3, then we subtract them, we got 1. We take this 1 down, this is 11. So 3 times 3 is 9, then 11 minus 9 is 2, then we bring this 2 down, 3 times 7 is 21, then we subtract, we got 1, and now we take this 5 down, 3 times 5 is 15, right? So the remainder is 0. The answer is 1375. So whenever you have this type of question, that last number was done this, we need to do reverse operation. Next question is, a rectangle is given and exact values are not given. We have given, basically this is algebraic question, right? We have given the values in terms of x, right? We need to find the perimeter of this rectangle. So the formula to find the perimeter of rectangle is 2 times length plus width. 2 times length plus width. So this is length, this is width. First we add them. Okay, so first step is to add length and width. So 2x plus 7 plus x plus 3. Let's add them. So we need, to add or subtract, we need to focus on like terms. Like terms means terms which have same variable. These two have x and x, so 2x plus x will be 3x. Then others like terms are numbers, 7 and 3. So 7 plus 3, which is 10, so plus 10. Now we need to times it with 2 because we are finding perimeter, and that's the formula, 2 times length plus width. So if we times it with 2, we use distributive property. um, First we multiply this term with this. 3 times 2, 6x. Then we have a positive sign there. Then we do 2 times 10, which is 20. So that's our answer. That is the perimeter in terms of x. Okay. Okay. It says write the coordinates of point x. So to write coordinates, first we check the horizontal line. First we write x coordinate and then y. We never write y first and x. This is wrong. Okay, so x coordinate means this horizontal line, y coordinates we have on vertical. So this is C point. First we check horizontal, which is, if you see, this is -2, right? And vertical is -1, right? For this point. So x is -2 and y is -1. We can just draw lines like this, which is meeting at this point, and then we can check first horizontal and then vertical values. So this is the coordinate of point C. Okay, now let me just erase it to make it clear. Okay, next question says ABCD is a rectangle. So coordinate A and C is given. Point B has coordinate 3 and -1. So first coordinate, first number is always horizontal axis, which is, this is +3, right? So this is going to be 3. And then -1. -1 we need to check on y-axis. So 3 and -1, which is this point. So this point is point B. Let's name it point B. Now ABCD is a rectangle. We need to make a rectangle. We know rectangle, opposite sides are equal in rectangle, right? So this side has to be equal with AD. So basically this is going to be my D, right? To make a rectangle, if we join the points, we'll get a rectangle. See, this is a rectangle. So what is point D? Again, we need to first check the horizontal values, horizontal axis value, which is -2, and vertical on this point is 2. So it's -2 comma 2. These are the coordinates for point D, right? Yeah. So on the grid, draw the line with equation y is equals to -3. So y is equals to -3. Let me just erase it to make it clear, otherwise it will look messy. So y is equals to -3. So basically, on y-axis, if you check y-axis, this is your y-axis, right? Where do you have -3? This. Y is equals to -3. Just draw a line passing through -3 parallel to x-axis. That's y is equals to -3. Suppose it says x is equals to 2. So on x-axis, there we have a +2. So just make a line which passes through 2 parallel to y-axis. That's how we draw it. Okay. um let's see next question, which is question number 8. And so basically it says area of football pitch is this, and hockey pitch is 91 meters long and this meter wide. So length and width is given for hockey and area for football. Work out how much larger area of football is then. So basically we need to compare these two areas. So because area for football is given but for hockey it is not given, right? So first we need to find it. Here only length and width is given. So we need to calculate the area of hockey pitch. So because this is a rectangle, how do I know it is rectangle? If length and width are given, then it's rectangle. If only one side is given, then it's square, because square has all sides, like all sides of square are equal, so they just give you one side. Okay, so the area of rectangle is length times width. Length is 91 meters and 37 is width. So we just times it to get the area, which is 3000. If we times it like this, 7 times 1 7, 9 times 7 63, then we put a 0, 3 and 9. Now we add this, and this is 17. 7, 9 plus 6, 1 minute. I think I made a mistake. Okay, 3 I put 9, 7, 6. So 91 times 37. Okay, let me just do it here. 91, and so 7 times 1, 7, and then 9 times 7 is 63. Okay, then 3 times 1 is 3. Oh, yeah, sorry. 3 times 9, 27. So if I add them, 7, 6, and this is going to give me 3, 1 carried over, 3. So I got 3,367. That's the area. Okay, meter square. um, Now what we need to, other area we have, right? This is the area of football, this is the area of hockey. Now we need to compare this area with this. Okay, so to compare, it says how much larger one area is than from other. So we need to subtract area of football, I mean area of hockey from football. So let's do the subtraction. 6040 minus 3367. If we subtract it, we'll get 2673 meters square. That means the area, the football pitch is 2673 meters square larger than the hockey pitch, right? Okay, next question. This is a division question. Using this, we need to write down the answer to this division. So we need to use the upper part to do the division. Okay. Um, so hmm, basically we know that um, if we divide this, like first we need to analyze the relation between the given divisor. So this problem provides the result for the division by 26, right? And it is asking for the result division by 52. So we need to observe the second divisor. Like if you notice, second, this 52 is double of 26, right? 52 is double of 26. So now we need to determine the effect on the quotient. So when the divisor is doubled and the dividend remains same, as you can see, this is same here, right? So the quotient will be halved. So the answer is going to be, basically we need to do half of the quotient. This is quotient, right? Because we are doubling the divisor, the number with which we are dividing. So if the bigger number we divide a number with, smaller is our answer. So 100, because this is doubled, right? So we need to divide 118 by 2, which is going to be, if we divide it by 2, 2 times 5 is 10. Then we subtract 11 minus 10, 1. Then we take this 8 down. 2 times 9 is 18. So the answer is 59. What we did, let me just summarize it again. We need to check the relation between these two. As you can see, this is double of 26. Now, if we double the divisor, the quotient will always become half. If these numbers are same, only then. Okay, so let's go to next number, question number 10. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, so a number of passengers on 10 buses were recorded, and the stem leaf diagram is showing here this information. Okay, so this is what we have. It says work out the median. So it is, we have basically this stem and leaf diagram is providing the 10 data points, right? What are they? 7. Let me just write it here. We have 7 and 9 7, 9, then 14. How do we read it? Because first digit is 0, so that's 7 and 9. But then how did I get 14? We need to read these two together. 14, then 15, then 1 and 6, which is 16, then 1 and 8, 18, and then again 1 and 8, 18, right? Then we have 2, 1, which is 21. Then we have 2, 3, which is 23. Then we have 3, 0, which is 30. So these are the data points. Now we need to find the median. Median means basically we need to find the middle term. If you count these terms, if you see the middle terms, there are two middle terms, right? 16 and 18. Left side we have 4 digits, right side we have 4 digits. So these two are the middle term. There is no single middle term, right? So when you have two middle terms, just add them and divide it by 2. So 16 plus 18 is 34. If you divide it by 2, the answer is going to be 17. So 17 is the median. Okay. So the median is 17 passengers. Next is, what is the probability bus has more than 20 passengers? So basically, first you identify the number of buses with more than 20 passengers. So how many of them are, if you see more than 20 passengers are, um, let me use a different color. More than 20 is 21, 23 and 30, right? More than 20. These, so that means there are three such buses, right? Which has more than 20 passengers. There are three, 1, 2 and 3. So to find probability, what we do is we need to divide the favorable outcome. Like here 3 is the favorable outcome with the total. How many total buses are there? 10 given in the question, right? So divide 3 by 10, which would give you 0.3, and that's the probability, right? If there is 1 0, put the decimal after one digit. That's how we got 0.3. Okay, now let's do question number 11. So here we have 465 fans want to go out to a rugby match, and each bus hold 50 fans. We need to work out the number of bus needed. So here we will divide the total number of fans by bus capacity to find number of full buses, and like let's say if there is any remainder. So if we divide 456 with 50, we need to divide it. um, so 50, basically this is going to give you, like, if you do 50 times 9, 50 times 9 is 450, right? So 50 times 9 is 450, the remainder is going to be 6. So basically the if you if we take 9 buses, 6 fans are left, right? So that means we need 10 buses, right? Because each like to so that all of them um, can go, right? If I say 9 buses, 6 of them would be left, so the answer is 10 buses are needed. Okay. Let's see next question. I mean, next part. So 11 fans decide not to go to the match. How does this affect the number of bus needed? So as you can see, 6 was the remainder, right? Remainder was 6. My answer was 9. And because 11 fans are not going, so that means only 9 bus are needed here, right? 9 buses are needed. So how it is affecting your answer? So basically the result shows 9 full buses are needed with 4 with 6 fans remaining. So an additional bus is still required for remaining 4 fans. Like basically in this one, additional bus was required because of this remainder. But if 11 fans decide not to go, then only 9 buses are required. Okay, is that clear? So that's how it affects. Okay. or you can just yeah, I think that's the easy way, so just let's stick to this method. Now we have next question, question number 12, where we have 150 students in year 10 and 11 visit a school canteen. Some students have packed lunch and other have cooked lunch. So 56 out of 89 who have packed lunch are in year 10. There are 72 year 11 students. So work out how many year 10 students have cooked lunch. So first of all, we need to find the total number of students. Um, if you notice, total number of students is okay, it's already given 150 students, right? And there are 72 year 11 students. So if you want to find year 10 students, can just subtract 72 from total, which would be 78. So year 10 students are 78. Now we know that 56 out of 89 have packed lunch and they are in year 10. So year 10 students with packed lunch are 56, right? We can see here. So now if we subtract the number of year 10 student with packed lunch from the total year 10 students, we can get year 10 students which have cooked lunch, right? So total year 10 students are 78 and 56 out of them have packed lunch. So we can subtract 56 from total and the answer is 22. So that means remaining, which is 22, have cooked lunch, right? So that's our answer, 22 students. Okay, great. This one is easy, right? Okay. Next we have volume of cube is given. We need to find surface area of the cube. Um, so volume formula is just side cube, or we can say side times side times side as means side. Okay. Now the volume is given as 125. So at place of volume I can write 125, and this is side cube, right? So if I do to get rid of this cube, I can just do both side cube root, right? I take both side cube root. So this cube and this cube root cancel out. We have side only. Now 125. If you just divide it by 5, you will get 5 times 2 10. 2, this will become 25. 5 times 5 25. Again we divide it by 5. Again we divide by 5, right? 5 times 5 is 25, and then 5 times 1 is 5. So we get 3 5. We can write 125 as 5 times 5 times 5. So this is a cube root, so we make a group of 3 and we can take it out of the cube root as 5. So my side of the cube is 5. Now I need to find surface area, right? If I know side, the formula to find surface area of cube is 6 times side square. So side is 5, 6 times 5 square. 5 square is 25. So 6 times 25, which is 150 centimeter square, because here it is centimeter. So that's how we do it. Let's go to next question, which is write these fractions in order starting with the smallest. Okay, let's see how we can do it. So first, if you check the denominator, we need to make the denominator common so that we can compare. Denominator are not same, only these two have 16, right? So what we can do, because 4 and 8, they are factors of 16, so I can make all of them, I can convert into 16, so I have common denominator. So first one is already 16. If you check 3/4, what number I should multiply it with to get 16? With 4, right? So same number I will multiply the top number. So I got 12 over 16. Now let's take 5 over 8. So what should I multiply 8 with to get 16? So 2, right? 8 times 2 is 16. Same number. With the same number I multiply numerator. 5 times 2, 10. So this is what I got. I have 13 over 16, 12 over 16, 10 over 16 and 11 over 16. So we have to start with the smallest. Now when you have common denominator, you just need to focus on the numerator, the top number. The one which is smallest in the top, the if numerator is smaller and same denominator are there, that fraction is going to be the smallest. So out of 13, 11, 12 and 10, 10 is the smallest, right? So the first number would be 10 over 16. Second is 11 over 16, right? Then we have 12 over 16 and the largest is 13 over 16. So just focus on the numerator if denominator are same. Um, okay, let's go to next one. So question number 15, we have 1935 people visit a library during 1 week. Ratio of children to adults is 1 to 4. How many more adults than children visit the library? We need to compare adults with children. Okay. So first of all, just get the total number of parts. So we add the ratio 1 plus 4, which is 5. So there are total 5 parts, right? So let's determine the value of one part. So this is the total number of people, 1935. We divide it by 5 to get um, to determine the value of one part. So if we divide it, 5 divided by 19, actually we do 5 times 3, which is 15. So we got 4, we give 4 to next number 43. 5 times 8 is 40, right? So we give 3 to next number. This is 35. 5 times 7 is 35. So we got 387 people per part, right? This is per part. Now to calculate the number of children and adults, because for children, whatever is written first we have children and then adult. So first ratio, this is going to be children and the second ratio is representing adults. So children is just one part. So to get the number of children, what you do is you times this with 1. 1 times 387, which is just 387. To get number of adults, what you do is adults are 4 parts. So you times this, because this is representing per part. 4 times 387. So if we multiply, we get 1548, and that's our answer. Now we need to find how many more adults are there than children. Whenever it says how many more this is than other, to compare, we subtract. So we subtract, this is children, this is adult. 1548 minus 387, which is 1161 people. That means there were 1161 more adults than children who visited library. Clear? Now let's see the next question, which is candles normally cost £6 each. Then two websites uh, have special offers. Okay, so this website has buy three get one free. Another has 20% off. Laura wants to buy 30 candles. Which website should Laura use? The basically the question is asking which is giving um, best, which is the best offer, more discount, where we have more discount. So first determine the number of paid candles. So um, this offer means for every 4 candles, Laura pays for 3. Um, basically, she is finding wants to buy 30 candles, right? Now 30, um, basically determine the number of paid candles. This offer this offer means for every 4 candles, Laura is paying for 3 only, right? And she needs 30 candles. So we divide this with 4. Okay, and if we divide 30 with 4 we get 7.5. So since she cannot buy half a set, she must purchase enough set to cover all 30 candles. This means she needs 8 candles of 8 sets of 4 candles. So that would be 8 times 3, which is 24 candles, right? So to calculate the total cost, what we can do is, because each candle cost 6 pounds, so we can do 24 times 6, which is 144 pounds. Now, according to this rule, 20% off, if you just find 20% of 180, 20 over 100 times uh, like because she needs 30 candles, so total she needs to pay 30 times 6 is 180, right? So we can just find 20% of total amount, which is 180. 20 over 100 is 0.20, right? Times 180. Now let's times 180 with 20. So 0 times 0, 0, 0, again 0 times 1, 0. Here we put a 0, 2 times 0 is 0, 8 times 2, 16, 2 times 1, and this plus 1, 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So the answer is 3600. That's what we got. And there are 2 digit after the decimal point, so I will put a decimal there. So the answer is 36, right? Now, um, this is the discount amount, right? So we need to subtract it from the total amount, which is 180, which we got 30 by doing 30 times 6, right? That's how we got 180. So we need to subtract this because this is the discount from total amount. So 180 minus 36, if we subtract, we got 144. So best website offer, basically they both have the same cost. You can see from first one we got 144, from second we got 144. So Laura can use either website as they both cost 144 euros, right? Okay, let's do question number 17. So now here we have given two bags, bag 1 and bag 2. They contain equal size counters. Okay, and bag 1 contains pink, yellow and white, and bag 2 contains uh, th- uh, like bag 2 contains labeled one, which is 1, 4, 5 and 7. Okay, so counter is drawn at random. We draw a counter at random from bag 1, and a counter is drawn from bag 2. So if counter from bag 1 is pink and number on counter from bag 2 is increased by 1. If the counter from bag 1 is yellow, number on counter from bag 2 is decreased by 5. If we get a white from bag 1, the number is halved. Find the probability of scoring a number below 3. Okay, so basically now we need to just check the possible result, right? First of all, we need to check all possible outcomes. So there are three possible outcomes from bag 1, right? Three colors are there, and four possible outcome from bag 2. So total outcomes is 3 from bag 1, 4 from bag 2, which is 12. Okay. Now what we need to do is, each outcome has like the total probability, each outcome has 1 over 2, 12. Like the probability of drawing yellow counter is 1 out of 12, right? So let's see the possible results. So if we get pink and from bag 1 and 1 from bag 2, so pink is it says if we get pink from bag 1, the number on counter from bag 2 is increased by 1. So if we are getting 1 and pink, so the number is 1. If we increase 1 by 1, this will give us 2. Now we can get pink, counter and 4. So again number would increase by 1. 4 plus 1, 5. Now if we get pink and what are the other numbers? 5. Pink and 5 from bag 2. Pink from bag 1 and 5 from bag 2. Increase it by 1, which is 6. And the other number is 7, I think. So if we get pink from bag 1 and 7 from bag 2, 7 plus 1 is 8. This is the possibility with the pink because there are 4 possible outcome with each of the colors, right? Because in bag 2 we have 4 numbers. Now let's take yellow. So if we get yellow from bag 1 and 1 from bag 2, so for yellow it says the number on counter from bag 2 decreased by 5. So 1 minus 5, if you subtract this from like 1 minus 5, it gives you negative 4, right? 1 minus 5. So if we take yellow and counter 4 from bag 2, 4 minus 5 is negative 1. If we take yellow from bag 1 and 5 from bag 2, so 5 minus 5 is 0 because it says decreased by 5. So I'm just subtracting these numbers, um, like I'm decreasing these numbers by 5. Next one is 5 and from second bag we get 7. So 7 minus 5 is 2. Okay. These are the possible outcome with pink, then yellow. Now next one is white, right? Let's see the white. So suppose I get white from bag 1 and 1 counter 1 from bag 2. So for white it says the number is halved, right? So half of 1 is, if we do half of 1 we get zero point 0.5, right? Then white and 4. So half of 4 is 2. Then white and 5. So half of 5 is 2.5. Just divide it by 2. Okay, that's how I'm doing half. Then white and 7. So half of 7, again divide 7 by 2. Let me show you how I'm dividing. So 2 times 3 is 6, right? We need to consider smaller number which is closest to 7. Then we subtract, we got 1. Because this is smaller than 2, we can't divide it. So we need to make it bigger by putting a decimal. As I put a decimal in my answer, I get a 0 here. 2 times 5, 10. Now remainder is 0. So the answer is 3.5. Now it is asking the probability of scoring number below 3. Let's see the numbers which are below 3. This and this, 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 this. So these are below 3. How many total outcomes are there? If you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total 8. And like 8 are the favorable outcomes. And total outcomes we already counted here was 12, right? So basically what we need to do, 8 over 12, right? That's our answer. We can simplify it. If I divide it by 4, 8 divided by 4 is 2 and 12 divided by 4 is 3. So the answer is 2/3. So probability of scoring a number below 3 is 2/3. That's how we do. Okay. Now let's do question number 18. So for this question, a farmer keeps cows, pigs and sheep on his farm. The ratios for all these three animals are given. Work out percentage of animals that are sheep. Okay. So first step, whenever you have given ratio, you need to calculate total parts in the ratio. So we do 2 plus 7 plus 16, which is 25. We need to find sheeps. So what we need to do is we need to just um, determine the fraction of animals that are sheep. So sheeps, if you compare it, first is cow, which is 2. Second is pigs, which is 7. Sheep is last one, so last ratio is representing sheeps, which is 16 out of 25, right? In fractions, that's how we write. Total, we write in the denominator. Now 16 over 25, because we need to convert it into percentage. To convert any fraction into percentage, just times it with 100. Mm, so now 100 divided by 25. If you divide 100 with 25, 25 times 4 is 100. So the answer is going to be 4. Here we have 16. 16 times 4 is 64. So the answer is 64%. Next is question number 19. Um, so it says Donna uses his recipe for chili con carne, which is this, and she is going to use this to make chili con for 15 people. Work out how many gram of mince she needs. Okay, so basically this is for 15 people, right? I mean, she wants to make it for 15 people, but this is given for 6 people, right? So to find, you need to find the scaling factor. Scaling factor is just new serving over original. New is 15 and original is 6, right? If you divide it, you get, let's divide it. 6 times 2, 12. If you subtract 3, put a decimal, 0 there. 6 times 5, 30. So the answer is 2.5. Now 1 kilogram is given here. We need to find for 15 people. 1 kilogram means 1 kilogram is equals to 1000 grams, right? So basically scaling factor is 2.5. So if we times 1000 with 2.5, we'll get our answer, right? So 2.5 thousand, in thousand we have 3 zeros. Just move the decimal by 3 place. 1, 2, 3 towards right. Now with these two space are empty, fill it with 0. The decimal would go there. The answer is 2500 grams. Okay. Okay, it says write the 5 million in standard form. So 5 million is this. Um, like it has 6 zeros. This is 5 million. Okay. So to write it in standard form, standard means we write a non-zero number and then we put as the exponent of 10, 10 over n, like let's suppose. So a non-zero number is 5. 5 times 10 raised to power. How many zeros are there? 6. So this is going to be 5 times 10 raised to power 6. That's our answer. Okay. This is called standard form. Next one. This is a number is written in standard form. We need to write it as ordinary number. So first we write 8.1. You see that's negative 5. Negative 5 means you need to move towards left. How many places? 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This decimal would go there. Now these blank spaces, this. Fill zeros there. And if the number is starting with the decimal point, put a 0 in front of it. So the answer is 0.000. 4 zeros are there, 81. That's your answer. Okay. Now we have next question. Round this number to two significant figures. So basically, first we identify the significant figure. This number, the rule for significant figure is that all non-zero digits are significant, right? And first two significant figures are 4 and 5, as you can see here. So um, we need to round it, right? So the digit immediately following the second digit is 2. This is 2. because 2 is less than 5. So this is not, we are going to round it down. So the answer is just going to be 45. If suppose we have 45.7, then this will, we will add 1 here. So this will become 46. We round it up. And for this one, the answer is just 45. Okay. Now we need to work out these fractions. We need to divide them. So first step is, um, we have a mixed number, right? So convert it into improper. How do we convert? Just multiply these two and add the numerator. 9 times 1 plus 2, and keep the denominator same. Like we have 9 here, so it's going to be 9. 9 times 1 plus 2 is 11 over 9. Now we got 11 over 9 divided by 3/4. So um, what we need to do, we keep first fraction as it is, convert this division sign into multiplication, flip this. Always flip the fraction which is just after division. So this will become 4 over 3. Now multiply numerator with numerator, which is 44, and denominator with denominator. 9 times 3, which is 27. And that's our answer. Okay. We can write it as a mixed number. If we divide 27, 44 with 27. So 27 times 1 is 27. If we subtract, we get 14 minus 7, 17. Yeah, 17. So this is the whole number, one whole. The denominator remains same, 27, and remainder goes up. 1 whole 17 over 27. This is correct. This is also correct. Next is write down the value of 6 raised to the power 0. So anything raised to the power 0 is always 1. Even if you have 1 million, or let's suppose 200 to the power 0 is 1. Anything to the power 0 is 0. Okay. Even if you have 1.2 to the power 0, that is also 1. Okay. Write down the value of this. So 5 to the power negative 2, we can write it as the positive power, which is 5 to the power positive 2, like 1 over 5 to the power positive 2. So that's how we convert negative into positive, by putting 1 in the numerator. 5 square is 25. Okay. Next is writing 120 as its prime factors. Okay. So we need to just divide it with prime numbers basically. Let's write 120. Because this is an even number, I can divide it with 2. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. Then we keep 0 as it is. Again, even number. If last digit is even, even means 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, then we can divide it by 2. 6 divided by 2, 3. 30. This again we can divide by 2, even. So 15. Again 15 we can divide it by 3. 3 times 5 is 15. 5 is a prime number, only divisible by, actually all of them are prime, but 5 is, um, I mean 5 divided by 5 is 1. So these are the, we can write 120 as, just multiply all these number, 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Okay, you can notice all these are prime numbers. Prime numbers means they are only divisible by 1 and the number itself. Okay, like 3 is divisible by 1 and 3 only. It has only two factors. Okay, we have next question, which is, Rebecca is X years old, Mary is 8 years older than Rebecca. Jill is 3 times older than Mary, and sum of their ages is 67. Work out Mary's age. So for Rebecca, I will write R. For Mary, I will write just M. And for Jill, I will write J. The sum of all these R, M, and J, their sum is 67, right? Because R is, um, like if I see here, R is actually, Mary is 8 years older than R. So M is 8 years older than R. So I can write M as older means plus. Okay. R plus 8. 8. Then Jill is 3 times older than Mary. So for Jill, it's going to be 3 times than Mary. This is the age of Mary, which is R plus 8. Do 3 times of it. So 3 times. Now we need to convert all these letters into single variable. R is just R. At place of Mary, I can write R plus 8. At place of J, I can write 3 times R plus 8, right? And they all are equal to 67. Now just let's first open this bracket. We have R plus 8 plus this times this 3R. We have plus sign there. 3 times 8, 24. We have 67 this side. Now just add them R and 3R. So if you add them 3, 4 and 5. 5R is there plus 24 plus 8, 32, 67 this side. We need to find R, right? So we take this 32 other side. 5R is equals to 67 minus 32. So if you subtract, I get 35. So 5R is equals to 35. We divide both sides with 5 so that we can get rid of this 5. We have R 35 divided by 5, 7. Now we need to find this is Rebecca's age. We need to find Mary's. Mary's is R plus 8 and R is 7. So R plus 8, this is the age of Mary. R is 7. 7 plus 8, which is 15. So it is 15 years old, right? Um, so now um, I think in this video we can just cover this much. In next video we'll continue. Thank you.